It's now 11:45. So your time starts now.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Chairperson. Good morning, Mr. Mlotshwa. Mr. Mlotshwa, I just have very few questions for you. Where's Mr. Zakaria Desai now? Do you know what eventually happened to him?
I really wrote on the news that he was found somewhere around Devon.
You don't know the circumstances around?
I don't know.
Okay. What led the police to your house in Mpumalanga? How do you get involved in all of this?
They asked Mr. Steph Bright where he was the past night, and then he said he was in Mpumalanga, and then that's where he brought the police there. And I must mention that I'm not staying on that house, I'm staying on the other house.
The one, you're staying in the one that was not burnt?
Yes.
Okay, so Mr. Steph Bright was the actual suspect and your house was then caught up in it because that is where Mr. Steph Bright was?
Yes, the main suspect, I think it was Mr. Nangi, because there's all over the media allegation that he's a kidnapping kingpin. Because even the police there, they were offering me 500,000 to implicate him.
Okay. And then to the best of your knowledge, how does Mr. Nangi know Mr. Matlala?
I don't know. I only heard now on the testimony of Mr. Matlala that they are staying at the same complex at Mainstream.
Okay, but Mr. Nangi has never mentioned.
No.
And then since the case against you was withdrawn, have you been in contact? Is Mr. Nangi also still pursuing cases? He knows Mr. Matlala. Have you had that sort of engagement relationship as co-accused?
No, I don't know their relationship, as we are still talking, because we are now being represented by same advocate in Pretoria for our civil case matter.
Okay. Have you ever kidnapped anybody? I mean, the general was very emphatic that they think they've got the right suspects. You just happen to be somebody who had a house in the wrong place at the wrong time? Are you aware of any of these activities of Mr. Nangi? I mean, he is your business partner, you said.
Yeah.
Were you aware that he's a kidnapper, and were you involved in any way?
I've never involved in any kidnapping or in any other case in South Africa. It was my first time being arrested. So I've read in the newspapers that he is an alleged kidnapping kingpin, but he has never been charged or sentenced. So I cannot comment further. I cannot say he is or he's not, but we will presume innocent until proven guilty.
Okay, then on paragraph 8.6, you spoke about collusion. Kwadukuza Magistrates Court, the police, local prosecutors. Can you just elaborate on that? How did you come to the conclusion that there was collusion?
There was collusion. Okay, let me go through the statement. Yeah, because the family was the one who was dictating the terms there. It was dictating the terms even on the day of our release. I remember they called us around 8:30 from the holding cell towards the courtroom, where the family and the legal representative were there. We were discussing, they were saying to us they are going to release us, but they will want us to assist them in getting the victim. I said, if you are going to release me with condition, it's better we proceed with the bail condition, with a bail application. So the family was involved. It was pulling strings all over them.
Okay, and what did the court do?
And then we were brought back to the holding cell, and then later around 12, we were called where they withdrawn the matter.
Okay, okay, I'm confused by this issue of, okay, at your house. Firstly, you weren't there, so how do you know that they didn't have a search warrant?
Because up until today, they didn't produce any. Secondly, I was arrested in Mozambique. I was arrested in Mozambique, the South African government was supposed to ask for the extradition processes where they will have to provide cases, the status of the investigation, of which they didn't do any of this. I was illegally renditioned into the country, taken to Watuhus. So they didn't have the search warrant because if you cannot have this arrest warrant, how are we going to get the search warrant? They didn't have any because even up until today, they didn't produce one.
Okay. Now, you saying that General Mkhwanazi, his statements were false and it was a cover-up. Please make me understand why you believe that the police would want to burn down your property. They said they were going there to look for evidence, right?
Yes.
They get there, you bring in Mpumalanga police, they talk to one another, Mpumalanga police retreat, they go into your house. Why would they then want to burn it?
Because they say they've got 30 years in the service, they don't have what I have, what I had. So I believe they were motivated by jealous because if you can see and follow what is happening in KZN with their press briefing, they always preach that when you see someone you are working with doing better, you must be worried. So I think it was motivated by jealous because they had the legal duty to protect that house. The moment they fail to do that, it is their responsibility. It means it's them who burned that house.
But what do you base it on? I mean, I'm sorry, Mr. Mlotshwa, you're basically saying to us, they went to your house, they saw it was a beautiful house, they were envious and burnt it down.
Yes.
Have you, what have you done with regards to that house? You've opened a case of arson against them. I'm assuming your insurance would have come. Did they find any evidence of arson?
No, it was not insured, but I did open the arson case. And then we've even put the papers for civil at the Johannesburg High Court. The house is also included there.
Okay. Yeah, no, maybe let me stop there, Chair. Thank you very much. I'm taking it as a given that issues of outstanding cases to IPID would be things that we would follow up on anyway. Thank you, Mr. Mlotshwa.
Thank you, Honorable Ma'am.
Honorable Mlotshwa.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Mlotshwa.
Good morning, Honorable Ma'am.
You speak about charges withdrawn. Also on paragraph 8.10. He also speaks about charges withdrawn before bail application and all that. And it's quite confusing because in your affidavit, you speak about two instances. You have got the late 2024 incident of arrest. We have a docket here of the 6th of January, 2026.
Docket? It's not a docket, this one. What is it? This one?
Yeah, what is that?
That one is supposed SAPS 1.
Okay, whatever it is, but
this one is something that it was for the upliftment of the salary. It was for the upliftment of my salary. It's not a docket.
no, but the description here of the misconduct is armed robbery, kidnapping, extortion, and defeating the ends of justice.
Yes, I was arrested for this. So now, you need to provide the reason why the member was suspended. So hence here, they describe the offenses that I was arrested.
The reasons for your suspension.
Yes, for the arrest and the suspension.
Okay, so which charges were withdrawn?
The kidnapping, extortion, and the attempted murder. at Kwadogos.
And the reasons given by the court?
They said after carefully consideration. So I think I must just get the transcript from the legal team because they said after carefully consideration, that's what the magistrate said. Because we were called earlier
So
before they could even.
Was there many instances where accused people get released?
Yes.
And it has got stages. So you say in your affidavit, this was even before a bail
Yes,
application.
before the bail application, yes. Because on this day we were going for bail application when we were released.
So what is the status of the charges now?
They were withdrawn and removed
So
from the
you
roll.
are not out of bail on
No, no,
anything
no,
now?
No, I'm not on bail. They
Okay.
were withdrawn.
You don't have a case
I don't
on the
have a
roll?
case. Yes.
Okay. Let's go back to the collusion.
Okay.
One of someone is talking about.
Yes.
You say the prosecutor, the police, and the family.
Yes.
And we have been operating like this. Who was the prosecutor in charge of your case?
I just forget the name because they were changing.
Who was the investigating officer?
It was Captain Azile Enoch and Constable Singh.
Who was in the family involved in the alleged collusion?
I think Jacob Desai because he was all over with the police operation.
But you are not sure.
But he was part of them.
And what makes you think they colluded?
They colluded because they left Mr. Nangi at the prison on the 17th with the deliberate purpose of delaying the bail processes.
And the family was involved in this?
The investigators were involved. They were taking orders from them.
Okay. So in all this, you mentioned Nengi as a co-accused.
Yes.
And we all have received a testimony in this committee of Nengi having filed a complaint with IPID.
Yes.
Have you filed a complaint with IPID?
Yes, I did.
Okay. When was the complaint filed?
We on the same case, on the case 143 of the Petrol.
So you are a co-complainant of
Yes.
this. So you are in the same complaint.
Yes, the three of us.
Okay. Let's go back to the burning of the house.
Yes.
You were not there.
Yes, I was not there.
You were in Mozambique.
Yes.
How do you know that they did not have a search warrant?
They didn't produce because even to the police that went there, even when we requested it, when the lawyers requested it, they didn't provide.
Okay, do you have evidence backing that?
Yes,
there's
because
no
they
search. There's no search warrant produced.
Yes, because they didn't provide. I'll ask my legal team to assist me with
Can you have someone, even if it's someone who was in the premises, to corroborate that there was no search warrant produced by the officers?
There's nothing because they didn't even went to report.
Okay, was there someone there?
No, the caretaker was around that site.
So
there was not someone.
Can the caretaker corroborate the story that there was no search warrant? Because it's difficult to listen from you on that point because you were in Mozambique.
There was no search warrant because even Advocate Vusi Sehodi asked it from Colonel Ismail Dawood, of which he failed to produce.
Okay, let's pass it. You say there is even the affidavit of the ward councillor proves that there was an issue around not the community planning, and say the affidavit is SHM3, but in the attachments there is no SHM3.
I don't know, but we've submitted everything. I think he will need to.
Yeah, we don't have this is the bundle of your attachments.
I think we need to ask for.
Currently, we don't have. I want you to at least have a light that currently we don't have the alleged affidavit by the ward council.
I did submit to Vonani. Let me go through my stuff and see. But I did submit everything. Everything that I've touched, I've submitted here.
Okay. So, okay, let's take a few seconds for you to explain.
Yeah.
This is the attachment.
Yes, on the attachment.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't even see what's written there.
I think
it's not even marked as HM3. So that's the problem.
Okay.
But just briefly, he says what about the burning of the house?
Let me go and read on the 7. Said the affidavit, who said, who is the word councillor, clearly.
But close to the mic.
It clearly and unequivocally contradicts Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi. I refer the committee to annexure SHM 03. Can I go through the affidavit?
No, it's going to take time.
Okay. In
Yeah,
his
if you can
affidavit,
just briefly
okay.
to
In
tell
his
us what
affidavit,
that
he
is.
does say that members of the community.
Hmm.
He said, where it is, he does. He says that members of the community said, no, this should be wrong. They said the members of the community didn't burn the house. There were police
Says
inside
that.
the house. Yes. There were police inside the house at around 13:20 before the house was set alight later. So hence the police had the legal duty to protect the house. After finishing up with collecting whatever evidence that they were collecting, they were duty bound to report this to Matsulu Police
So,
Station.
Mr. Mlotshwa, the police were there at 20 minutes past 1.
Yes, the house, yes,
during
they
the
forcefully,
day.
yes.
When did they leave?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Yes.
But the councillor says he arrived at night
At night while the
At
house
the-
was burning.
while the house was burning.
Yes.
Well, now, how does the councillor know who burnt the house?
He's not saying the house is burned by the community.
What
He's saying
does the
that
councillor say?
he said that the police were in the house during the day.
Yes.
So the
And
last
he
people
arrived at night.
he
And
arrived
the house
at night
was still burning.
burning.
Yes.
And then the question will be, Mr. Ngola, the police were inside the house.
Hmm.
The house was under their control because they were doing investigation there. And then what did they do when they left? How did they leave the house?
Okay, let's further have a conversation around
Yes.
the burning. Then there is a shop closer by with a CCTV.
Yes.
And you say police went there, requested CCTV
following day.
and all that, paid 2,000.
Yes, they pay with the
What is the normal procedure of requesting such information for investigation purposes?
They were supposed to call the LCR to go and download whatever that they were looking for, or to take that DVDR and book it at SAP 13 for further investigation until they download what they wanted. But there was no need for them to pay, and they use this method of shop-to-shop payment. Yes.
How do you know this payment?
I went there to the Indian shop. I read the statement, and I also went there because I went to check my house. He said, hey, those guys here, they come here, they took my cameras, they pay with the shop-to-shop things.
Did you try to get at least an affidavit from the shop owner
He did provide the affidavit in the case that we've opened.
in the case?
Yes.
Have you attached that?
Yes, it is attached. Yeah.
As part of your evidence?
Yes.
Yeah, because I was looking for SHM4 also. I can't find.
Yeah.
Was here, it starts at SHM1 and
I
then.
don't know. We will rectify the numbering. Yes, the affidavit is from Mr. Masele Apikadi. Masele Apikadi.
The affidavit.
It's
The affidavit where he confirms.
yeah. Here is it.
That he has
Masele
been paid.
Apikadi.
How was the payment done?
He said they use the shop-to-shop method payment.
What is that?
Those things that they're using to buy voucher, it's mostly common.
But
in
it
the
can be
industry.
retrieved. As a
Yes, it can be retrieved.
Did he give you the proof of payment?
No. I can't go there and investigate. Matsulu Police and the IPD must go there. Because General Mkhwanazi went there, he has charged members of the IPD, of the DPCI on this same matter.
Okay, that's fine. You speak about unlawful arrest, unlawful detention and all the sort.
Yes.
Torture and all that. What legal recourse did you endeavor against police?
Can you simplify the question?
Okay. For an unlawful arrest, for example,
Yes.
you have a legal power to sue the minister.
Yes, that's what I'm
For
currently.
torture, you have a legal power to sue the minister. For everything else. So we make laws here, and we want you to use those laws at your disposal for your advantage. So hence I'm asking Guti, what then legal recourse?
No, we've
Leave the complaint at IP, it's fine.
Now we've initiated the civil matter.
Okay.
Yes, it's before the Joburg High Court.
Oh, okay. It's still,
Yes.
okay. So you say crime intelligence in Gauteng.
Yeah, head office.
Is it head office or Gauteng?
Head office,
Head
because
office.
it's reporting at head office, yes.
That is operating at a private residence of what's the name?
Private
There's a police-
security company, Vision Technical.
Vision Technical.
Yes.
Do you know who's the owner of the?
I don't know. I didn't check for the owner of the Vision Technical.
Okay. We will check. So it's for the operations
Yes.
of the National Office of Crime Intelligence.
Yes, that's what.
You are not aware whether they are leasing that building or not.
I'm not sure, because it's the anti-kidnapping unit that is headed by Ismail Dawood.
Okay. We went to Mr. Madlala at Hosimampo.
Yes.
He did tell us about a particular meeting at Pens.
Yes.
But you speak here with certainty, paragraph 17.7, that the meeting did happen. You speak with surety that
Yes,
this
because-
meeting did happen.
Because
So-
General Senona confirmed it at the Madlanga Commission that the meeting did took place.
So the only reliance you have is that Madlanga Commission.
Yes, that the meeting did took place, because I was not there at that meeting. Hence, I've said even before that Mr. Nangi phoned me. He said that there is an offer of 5 million. We must just withdraw the cases against General Mkhwanazi and his team. I asked him, where is this offer coming from? He said, from Ket Matlala, who's sent by General Mkhwanazi. So he said, Ket, on his testimony, that it's what they've discussed at that meeting in Pels. So for me, I cannot say, come here and confirm and say, yes, it's what they say. But what I can confirm before the committee here is that cases, we've opened cases before that meeting. We've opened case 73 of Matsulu, where the general is a person of interest. We've opened the case 143 of Bedford View, where the general is a person of interest. And all those cases was opened before that meeting.
Did your co-accused Nengi share with you that Matlala came to him,
Yes.
sent by General Mkhwanazi,
Yes.
ask him that,
We
please withdraw the complaint?
Yes.
Because you are a co-complainant
Yes.
that I sit with Nengi.
Yes.
So you are fully aware of this?
Yes, I fully aware.
Okay. Thank you so much, Chair. I'm done. Thank you, Mr. Mlotshwa.
Thank you, Mr. Ngwan.
Oh, but I just wanted to say, Chair, to the witness that by next week we'll be doing a cross-referencing of the allegations against the general, because they will be appearing again.
No problem.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Sir, I was just asking for 2 minutes break. Toilet quickly, please. Chair, I'm just asking a 2 minutes quickly break to the bathroom. I'm coming.
Let me check the time first. It's now 8 minutes past 12. Can you please come back here at 12:15?
Okay.
It's 11 minutes past 12. Thank you, Chair. And good afternoon, Mr. Mlotshwa.
Good afternoon, Mr. Skosan. Akwande.
I'm going to take you through the statement you made. I guess in what was am I right?
Yes.
So when you were making that statement, they ask you that, do you know why you were brought to the police there to make a statement? You agreed, am I right?
Which one, Mr. Skosan?
I'm sorry?
Which statement? Which statement?
The statement you made, the declaration which you made there.
Where?
In Watugusa.
Which one is that?
How many do you have? Maybe there's many.
What the was?
Yes, when you were taken to KKZN.
Which statement are you talking about?
No, let's start here. Were you taken to KZN?
Yes.
Did you make any statement in any police station in KZN?
Yes, Kwatuguza, we did make one.
So I'm talking about that one.
Okay.
Thank you. Now, you are saying here, they are asking you, I mean, you say, as a policeman, you know about this. I'm not going to take you through that.
Okay.
The investigation officer told me on the 2024-11-2029, why do you want to make a statement? You said you want to clarify about the matter and try to assist the state on this case. Am I right?
Yes, you are right.
Now, you said, you know, you're a policeman, right? Now, where I'm going to read, you know, not the whole statement. They ask you that do you have any injuries, bruises, wounds, or scars on your body of any nature whatsoever. You said yes, because you had some bruises on your right hand because you were handcuffed. Am I right?
Yes, and then assaulted also.
No. I'm just saying what is here on your statement.
Okay, let me, before we go any further, you are referring the statement made under duress.
No. You.
Yes, I made the statement under duress after they've assaulted me.
So-
Hence, it didn't stand in court. So
Yeah,
we
no.
are based on that statement, or which one is it?
Yeah. What I'm trying to find from you. Remember, we are not a court of law.
Okay, no, I
Yeah,
understand.
yes. So I'm going to ask you based on what what they gave us. Remember, we do our own research.
Yes.
Vis-a-vis, we are testing this thing.
Okay, no
Yeah.
problem.
So I'm going to
I'm with
test
you.
you on this matter.
Yes.
You know, and remember, if I may ask you, why do you want us to believe you and not to believe General Mkhwanazi?
I didn't say.
I'm just asking you. I'm
No,
not
no.
saying. I'm just testing you.
I didn't say you must believe me or not believe General Mkhwanazi. I've just put facts before you. I've put 2 videos where he contradicts himself before this house.
I
I didn't
understand.
say that you must believe me.
No,
Don't
because
believe General Mkhwanazi. No.
No,
I
because-
didn't say that.
yeah. Remember, you said that he is lying.
Yes, what he said is not true with
Yeah.
the supporting documents that I
Yeah,
brought
hence-
in here.
Hence, I'm putting it to you that must we believe you because of what you are giving us?
I don't know. It's up to you.
Up to us. Thank you.
Yes.
Now let's come to the injuries.
Yes.
They ask you that, were any promise made to you in order to influence you to make this statement? You said no.
Yes, because I was under duress. They've been assaulting me, so I was scared that they are going to assault me again. If that statement, they should have taken it to court. Why didn't they take it to court?
Yeah.
Because one, you need to understand something, Mr. Skosan. When you do confession must yield results. That statement you are talking about was made on the 29th after the assault. Even 9 days later or 10 days later on the 9th, I was still booked out for an assault.
Yeah, no,
So
I understand
that statement was made under duress because
So-
I was assaulted.
So you signed it under duress.
Yes, because I was assaulted. I was scared that they were gonna come and beat me up again.
But when they ask you that you are making this, the police officer, in other words, you lie under oath.
I didn't lie. I was forced to say what they said.
No. But remember, I'm just reading to you,
Yes.
and I guess that they've read that to you as well.
Hence, I'm saying that this statement was made under duress.
So
it
they
does
put
not
a
stand.
gun on you.
Yeah,
to
no,
say
they
you
didn't
must
put
do
a gun, but they were beating me, assaulting me, putting me in a dirty cell, smelling blanket, all those things. They were torturing me, kept me for 9 days without calling my family.
that. Yeah. No.
Yes, and they even
Mr.
on
Mlotshwa.
that, before we go on that one, even on that one, they chased my legal representative, Fraser. They didn't want him. Those statements are made with the assistance of the legal team.
Yeah.
And even in that one, the one that you are reading from, there was there was no rush. They should have waited for Monday to make the statement before the magistrate, but they arranged their own person who's working at the same station
Yeah.
So
but because of time, I want
because of
us
time, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Because of time, I'm
because
with you
I've-
that
I've
I
got
was
a statement.
I was beaten. I was under duress.
No, it's fine.
Yes.
I'm going to transverse with you this
Okay.
matter, because I want to test the veracity of this statement vis-a-vis what you submitted as well. Now, the issue of Neji,
Yes.
is Neji the other name Rico?
Yes, it's Rico.
Did Rico wanted to hire a house for 6 months?
No.
It was a lie.
Yes, it's
You
okay.
lied here to
They were
say that
telling
you
me.
wanted.
They were telling me what I must say there.
So
Because
this person,
Yes.
the
this person, look, they took me to the
Yeah,
upper
no,
office on
wait,
Friday
wait.
when this colonel was not there.
ngiba ujame kancane
Okay.
bawa singayiraji. Now,
Jama in isindebele
uyasazi
Yasazi isiNdebele.
it speaks means
Mlotshwa
Relax.
ngwekhethu che.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, Uneji lo.
Yes, I know him.
Uneji wanted to have a place for 6 months in Nelspruit.
No, that's not true.
So you fabricated this,
Yes,
this
because
story.
that's what they were saying. Hence, even if you can go through that statement and go towards the end, what I did on that statement, I put the issue of Mozambique, the rendition, so that when we go to court with these under duress things, we will touch the issue of extradition because I was extradited without papers.
Yeah.
And I put it
I
there
heard you.
just to,
Yeah.
balance it because
Yeah.
they were beating me.
Yeah, but mamela, ngifuna ukuthi sirage into lekuhle.
Yes,
Singayimix.
singayimix.
Yeah, sizokufika lapha ku rendition yaseMozambique. Now, Uneji lo ufune indawo yokuhlala, am I right?
No.
Azange akayifuni indawo yokuhlala.
Akazange akayifuni.
So all these things you made up your mind to say I'm going to tell them.
It's what they were telling me because they were saying even there that there is a 6 million something there. I made that
Yeah,
story
yeah.
because they were beating me.
Yeah, but leyo ukuthi you were in Mozambique is true.
I was in Mozambique.
in this statement.
I was in Mozambique.
So which is true, which is not true in this statement?
I was in Mozambique.
That's the only truth here.
Yes, that's the only. I don't know the other thing. You can go through the statement, but I'm saying that you can't focus on the statement made under duress.
Yeah, no.
Because under duress, you are subjected to torture.
Yeah,
Yes, you are subjected to torture, beating, all
remember-
those things. So you will say anything
Yeah,
just
but-
to defend
but-
yourself, to come out alive under that circumstances.
But remember, there's names here as well.
This,
But wait. There's names which you've mentioned here.
I didn't mention, they come up with the names.
No. Neji was mentioned. Is Neji ukhona lo muntu ekuthiwa uNeji or
Yes, Ukona, Ishmael.
Hence, I'm asking you.
I'm saying to you, the police came with a list of names, with the pictures of passports on their phone. That's
Yeah,
what
but-
they said.
But Mr. Mlotshwa,
Yes, Babu.
let's start here. Maybe let me go back. You said that you are running a funeral
Pala business.
para business.
Yes, true.
And you did get from the integrity committee and from the commander that you can run business. Am I
Yes, we
right?
just declare yearly, yes.
I'm sorry?
Forms. I declare yearly.
Yes,
every
you
month.
declare
I declare.
every year.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, you spoke about the truck business as well.
Yes, I
right?
did have a.
So you're running or
Now I've got the 4 tons. I'm selling water now with the trucks because I sold that big one.
Yeah.
So I've got the 2 4 tons truck now.
now you say these people are jealous, am I right?
Yes. they
In
are.
your view, you think that that's why
Yes,
they ban
because,
your house?
because they were making remarks that they've got 30 years in the service. They don't have what I had.
Yeah. Now you say you are struggling now.
I'm not struggling. I'm still,
No.
I'm still.
No. I'm saying, remember you were speaking to Honorable Sangoni.
Yes, I said
You
I'm
said-
struggling because now I'm paying cash. I don't have the medical aid, but
Hence-
it's not like I'm struggling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That you are not getting your salary.
Yes,
They
I'm
stop
not
your
getting
salary.
the
And,
salary.
yeah. Now, let's come back to where we were.
Yes.
You said Neji exists.
Yes, it does exist.
And Brother Mandla Nyazi does not, there's no such a person.
It does exist.
Now, because I'm going to give you these names,
Yes.
that when you were, there's an issue of you having met Rico somewhere next to Spa in Komati Port.
Yes.
It's not true.
I've met him at Spa in Komati Port. I've met him at BP at Komati
No,
Port.
no.
I've met her.
Remember, I'm reading.
On what basis did
Yeah.
I meet him on that one?
Yeah, on this one. Hence, I'm saying which part of this statement is
That
not true.
the statement that you are reading, Mr. Skosana, let me help you. You are reading a statement that was made under duress.
No, I understand that.
Yeah, let me just take you through. I'm a police. After, because I've made this statement on the 29th. If that statement, whatever that I've said on that statement was true, or it was giving positive feedback on the case, they were not gonna book us on the 9th to assault us again.
Yeah. No,
So
I-
it
I-
means
got that.
this statement that I've made, the one that you are reading, I was saving myself.
Yeah, but listen, Mr. Mlotshwa,
Yes, Babu.
I understand you.
Yes.
Remember, you deposited an
The statement.
affidavit.
Yes.
Now I'm asking you about these people who are in here.
Honorable Skosana, let's do this. Because I can hear that you are now talking on top of each other's voices. You, Mr. Mlotshwa,
Chair.
you allow Honorable Skosana to ask you a question. And then he will give you time to respond.
All right, thanks, Chair.
There must not be an exchange. No matter how agitated or how justified you may feel, allow him to ask. Don't interject. Don't complete his statements.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Now, Mr. Mlotshwa, hence I'm giving you names and the issue of SPA, that there was an issue here about Rico, that you met him at SPA, and you are saying to me, you normally go to SPA. But my question is, in mid-September 2024 or early October, that's what you said, was this as well under duress that you met Rico at SPA?
Yes, they were beating me. I've met him many times. I've met him even at Spa at Crossing. I've met him at Matsulu
Yeah,
Crossing.
no, it's fine.
I've met him at Komati Port. I've met him at the border.
But what I want us to agree, Mr. Mlotshwa, I'm asking you only about Komati Port.
I've met him many times at Komati Port.
Yeah, so Rico exists and the SPA Komati Port exists here.
Yes.
And was it Kaliki?
Kalini.
Kalini, that there was a matter which you were supposed to fetch Kalini. He was going to Maputo and he was waiting for Kalini. That was Rico waiting for Kalini. Now, that as well is not true. You made that up. No, just that, please, because there's, I don't have enough time.
Khalil, most of the time is his driver. They will come with Khalil.
So
I don't know. Yes, Ukona, it does.
Thank you.
Yes.
Now,
and the police came with the picture of him. They asked me who this man is. I say it is Khalil.
Yeah. Now, this issue of kidnapping someone, when you confess to them, whether you say under duress, that they brought someone.
Yes.
They were driving a Legend. That Toyota Legend does exist as well.
I don't know about that Toyota Legend because they
I'm
do have cars. They do have cars. I even said, even on that one towards the end, I said that there is cameras in my neighbor's shop that can assist the police. While I was bringing in those issue of cameras was to say that whatever that those guys were forcing me to say, does not exist. Hence, those police, when they took these cameras, they didn't submit it at court as evidence. They destroyed the evidence.
Yeah, but I'm saying, do you have evidence that they've destroyed evidence?
Yes, I have, because it's not in the SAP 13.
Yeah, no,
and there was no need for them to buy it. That's
Yeah.
wrong of buying. That's wrong of taking out money. State money, you must apply for it. Whose money did they use to pay for that pay shop to shop things?
Yeah, no, what I'm asking you, Mr. Mlotshwa, you are saying they've destroyed.
Yes, I'm saying they've
There's a shop closer to your
Yes,
place.
yes.
There's cameras in
Yes.
that place.
Yes.
Now we are saying to the committee that they've destroyed the evidence.
Yes, even
They've got the evidence, but they've destroyed the evidence.
I don't know, but I said there is, yes, it's evidence. They destroy it because it's supposed to brought in there to show that whatever that I've said there, that there was a car, there's nothing like that.
Yeah.
I was under duress.
No. Let's not go there, because this under duress you told me about.
Yes.
Now I'm saying you are not under duress now.
Yeah, now I'm not under duress,
Yes.
but you are reading a statement
Yeah.
made under duress
No,
to
but-
question me about it.
No. I'm questioning you about people and the events.
Not people. The
No.
people came with the police came with a list of people.
No.
Sorry, Chair, apologize.
Let's start again, Chair. Thank you for your indulgence. I'm asking you again. You say this Legend 45 and the Corolla, and the person who they brought to you, it was not true. You just made that up.
Yes, I made that up.
So these people like your Ahmad and all these names who
They-
are here, those
they-
people don't exist.
They came with the names and then asked me who are those people. I know them. Ahmad is his nephew or brother. I know him. They came with Tijabu. We bought cars from him at Davidton. They came with his picture. They just brought a lot of pictures. Even in my phone, they came with pictures of my colleagues asking me, who's this?
Yeah. Now they brought in these people. They just bring in people, to say,
Yes,
These
so
are
that
the
they
people who
can
are- who are-
collaborate their narrative.
yeah. So they brought them to Watuguza as well.
No. They showed
Just
me
give
on
you the
their
photo.
phone. They came into
So-
the cells.
So this statement here,
Yes,
and vis-a-vis the one which you gave it to us,
yes.
this issue that there was somebody you took to Mozambique is not true.
I never took anyone to
Neji
Mozambique.
never kidnapped anyone.
I don't know.
Is Neji your friend?
Yes, but we don't socialize. I know him.
So Neji's statement and your statement contradict each other. Do you know that?
I don't know.
Now, have you ever phoned Rico?
Many times.
But you say most of the things which I hear are being, it's not true because you are under duress, but it's yourself who are saying all these things. Eh?
Yes. The-
So, okay. You did phone Rico
yes, I phoned him.
and you did count the 20,000 rand,
Which 20,000?
the 20,000 which they gave it to you.
For what reason?
No, I'm asking you. You
No,
must
I'm asking
tell
you.
us.
I'm asking you. You are telling me.
Your statement says that here.
No, it's them who are telling me. So I had to defend myself because they were assaulting me. They will come into the cell to take me. So they were assaulting me. So I had to comply. I knew that when we come into court, we will vindicate this matter.
Now,
The-
there's no lady, there's no South African, because they gave you a description of a lady. It's not true. You made that up as well.
Which lady?
The lady who gave you the money
Why should the lady give
in
me the money?
the
Because I've
plastic
got
money.
Yes, that's not true.
So you made that up as well.
Yes,
So the lady that does not exist.
does not exist.
Now let's go again. Who's Puto?
Is his brother-in-law.
Ukhona naye, or you just made that up as well?
O'Connor, they come up with the pictures of him. I know him.
Now the story, you fabricated the story about Puto as well here.
Which story?
No.
Because they came with the picture. They took a picture of him and Puto at Durban. They said on that day they made a call. So they came with, and then they asked me, who's this man? I said, no, it's Puto. They said, yeah, they made the call. They bought airtime, blah, blah,
Now-
blah. So we had to, So they told me what I must say there. Otherwise, they are going to kill me.
Who was going to kill you?
It's those guys there when they were beating me in the upper office.
Yeah, but who?
I don't know his name. I don't know his name.
But you say those guys. What am
They're those police who were there because
there's no names. You don't have
I don't
names.
know
When
their
you
name.
when you go to court, those people don't appear in court.
They do, but I don't have their details. I know them.
No, but in court, remember, there's an applicant.
They were not an investigating officer. They were just a supporting team.
Can you protect me again? Can I finish this,
Okay.
Mr. Mlotshwa? I'm saying to you, when you go to court, there's an applicant and there's respondents. Am I right?
You are right.
Now, in those respondents, who are they? Is General Mkhwanazi there?
General Mkhwanazi was not there when they assaulted me on the 29th of November at Kwatuguza. General Mkhwanazi was there on the 9th of December because they were a group of, I think, 20 to 30 people. So others, I don't know them. I know Warrant Officer Dion because he's the one who served me with the suspension letter. I know Constable Singh because he was.
Wait, Mr. Mlotshwa. I'm saying that you said the matter is in court. Am I right?
Which matter?
Your matter.
Yes, it's in court.
As I said, you are the applicant. Am I right?
Yes.
The respondent. Who are these respondent? Because it can't be 30 people with no names.
It's the Minister of Police.
Who else?
I think it's the Minister of Police, Vision Technical, Metro, Devon Metro Police, and Extreme Defense, or I think is the National Commissioner.
So people who assaulted you, you don't know them.
I've mentioned those that I know. The others that I don't know, I didn't mention them.
Now, again, Ahmad is coming back and was also an uncle of Stefan. Is that true?
An uncle or a brother-in-law?
No, it says uncle.
Okay.
A brother-in-law. I'm coming to the brother-in-law.
I think so. I don't know.
No. What I'm asking is that Ahmad and Stefan, do you know them?
I know them, yes.
Did Rico call you after 7 days? Oh, you said Rico always calls you, if I'm
Yes,
right.
always call me.
Because of time, I'm rushing. Who was driving a gray Mercedes-Benz with a GP number plate?
Where?
When on Tuesday, 20/24/11/19, Rico called me at about 8 o'clock. He called me saying that he was passing Nelspruit and he's asked me to pick up Stefan and meet him at Barberton Road. He was driving a Mercedes-Benz. He called a Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah, it's not gray. I think it's bluish, but he never called me on that day. I was at Komas, if my memory served me well on that day.
So the 1,200 for petrol, did they give you that money or you made that?
Where did he put it? They've made that money. Can you give someone 1.2 just for less than 20 kilometers?
No, I don't know. I'm
okay.
asking
No,
you.
there's no such a
There's
thing.
no such. You just made that up.
Yes, there's no such a thing.
Remember, Julius Mkhwanazi said he borrowed Ket Matlala money 500 and so it's not something funny.
Yes.
You know, these things do happen. Whether it's true or not is another story.
No.
Now, with my 4 or 5 minutes left, I want to find out from you, because the way you describe this Legend 45 and the Corolla, you said that they had no number plate. Am I right?
No, that's not true.
That's not true. And the issue that the victim was with Rico's brother, Dino, and Ahmad is not true.
Yes, where?
You made that up.
They were telling me, yes.
Yeah, no, but it's you, remember? Yeah,
yes, they were telling me, yes.
No.
Hence I've said they were telling me.
Yeah, but Mr. Mlotshwa,
Baba,
when you were making this statement, you were alone, am I right?
They were there outside. They said they will come and read the statement. If I don't comply, they are coming back.
When he says, when he addresses you as Mr. Mlotshwa, you can just say honorable member.
Apology, Chair. Xolisa Baba Skhosana.
Thank you, honorable member. Yes, thank you. Now, well, what I'm trying to what I'm testing on you now.
Yes.
When you were at the police station as a policeman, you are sitting with somebody you are making a statement. Am I right?
Yes.
The people who were intimidating you were outside.
No, they were not there. They came out later around 7. Because when they left on Friday, they said, "Is this white guy?" He said, "If you make CAC, we are coming back for you tomorrow. Comply."
So you've opened cases against those.
Yes, we've opened cases.
Hence, I was asking you the names.
Yes, I've opened and I've mentioned the people that I know.
Yeah. Now, but do you agree that when you made the statement, it was you and the person who was taking a statement from you only?
The same person from that same station. When you do confession, you don't necessarily call the people from your same station. You get a neutral person.
Yes.
So they call the same person from the same station. So I had no choice but to comply for whatever that they were saying, that they've said, to save myself from the assault. Because the assault started at Maputo and then it came to Stenga, it continued. And they said they are going to come back, and yes, they came back on Saturday after that alleged confession.
Yeah, but what I'm asking you, it was the two of you with that person who's independent, who's coming from another station to take statement from you.
It's not from another station, it's from the same station.
Yeah, but you remember you were saying to me now.
You need to get someone, but a confession, you just go to the magistrate. There was no need, there was no rush. They should have waited for Monday. If the magistrate was not around on Saturday, they should have waited for Monday with my legal representative to go and make such a confession.
Yeah.
But they denied Fraser on that day that he must not see me. But later, while they knew very well that they've assaulted me, they are forcing me to go and make a confession statement, which is not true. And I also forget to mention on my statement here, Babu Skhosana, ngiqolele ngoba sengidla isikhathi.
But ngicela kancane. Yeah, ngicela kancane ngoba vele uthe uzongistopa. I just want to make this one in one because there's no more time. Remember, as I said to you, you made a statement about Rico, which is Neji or Rico, am I right?
Yes.
But because he was released and he now he blames everyone. But what I'm asking,
who he blames?
No, I'm talking about you.
Who do I blame?
Now you are saying you were under torture.
Yes, I was under torture. Yes.
Now at that time, but no, wait a second. I'm going to give you for you to respond. I'm done. Were you suspended or you are in a sick leave? I just want to find out those.
When?
At that time.
No. I was working.
But now, why are you not working now?
Now, after the assault, when they released us, I had to consult with doctors, of which they booked me off. Second,
Okay.
I had to deal with the mental health issues. Yes.
Now, because we've got now the border management agency, which submitted a proof that you crossed the border illegally into Mozambique. Do you know that?
How do I cross illegal? Because I stamped my passport at the, you know what?
No, wait a second.
Okay.
My question is simple. I'm asking you, do you know that the BMA said you crossed the border illegally?
Can I respond, Chair?
I just want to find out whether, do you know that? If you don't know, you don't know.
No, I don't know. I stamped my passport at the container there, Babu Skhosana. So there are things, those guys, they can fabricate things because I've submitted an OP entry when I was brought back from Mozambique for that total extradition or rendition. But in court, they went on to say that I was arrested in Komati Port
Yeah.
near the port of entry, which contradicts
I've
the
got that.
OP of that. So those, they can fabricate those things, because I even saw one statement there from the lady who said that I was
But-
brought
Yeah,
to
but-
the office to stamp, but I was not brought into
Yeah,
any
but-
office.
But I don't have that.
Okay.
I'm saying to you.
It's not
Be-
true,
be-
Babu
be-
Skosan.
Yeah.
It's not true.
Have you ever met Mr. Adams, Honorable Adams?
Yes, I've met him here.
So you've got a relationship where?
I've met him on the Facebook. We arranged, so I was here 2 weeks back.
So you started to know him now?
Sorry?
You started to know him two weeks ago?
No. I've met him. I've met him. I saw him on Facebook. So we communicated on Facebook, and then 2 weeks ago I was here outside.
So were you not influenced by Adams to open a case against General Mkhwanazi here in Cape Town?
No. I was not influenced by him.
Now, in the statement here, you wrote about Lieutenant General Kukumano.
Yes.
Do you have anything against him?
No, I don't have anything. He is an accounting officer for crime intelligence. So if the member is doing what is not right, he should call that member into order. He should discipline that member. Failing
Yeah, okay.
to do so, it makes...
Now, my last one on you. The issue of the border management agents, you are saying to me,
Yes.
when you cross the border,
Yes, I stamped my passport.
yeah. Now, you can give us that evidence, and they are giving us an evidence. Then we make up a decision, our own. as a
General Mendes,
government.
if General Mendes can provide my passport, we can prove that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That
Look, let me just be straight and simple, Babu Skosana. I've got a Mozambique BCI account. Mozambique BCI account, which I access with my passport. So there's no way I can go to Maputo for 3-5 days without that passport, because I'm using it to access my funds at BCI. They took my passport. But if you want that, maybe because now I've applied for the new passport, I will go there and apply for the new card of the BCI. Maybe I'll ask the statement.
Yeah,
it will reflect that somewhere between those days before my arrest, between the 20 and 23, I did get inside the bank to withdraw money.
So hence I'm saying to you, it means that the rot, if the BMA is misleading this committee and saying that you have crossed the border illegally,
Yes.
and you are giving us a proof that
I
you did
will
not.
provide that one. I will go to BCI and open and apply for the new card, and then I'll ask the statement, which I will provide to the committee.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Ngiyabonga, Baba Skhosana.
Honorable Breitenbach.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, sir.
Good afternoon, honorable member.
Good afternoon. You have been a policeman for a long time,
Yes, honorable ma'am.
50 plus years.
It's 20.
And in this scenario that you have sketched, and I don't know if it's true or not, and it's not for me to decide. But in this scenario that you have sketched, you have done nothing wrong.
Yes, I've done nothing wrong. I didn't kidnap anyone. When that kidnapping took place, I was in Komati Port. I will provide the...
You'll find it a lot easier to get along with me in particular if you just answer my questions.
All right, thanks,
Thank
honorable ma'am.
So you've done nothing wrong. You've been a policeman for 20 years. Do you have a clean record?
Yes,
No problems?
no problems.
No disciplinaries?
No.
And all of a sudden, one day, all of these things befall you
Yes.
for no reason.
I don't know what's the reason, because the police that arrested me, they said I was there at the mosque having the R5. I was the one who discharged the firearms there.
And all of these policemen and other people, but more particularly policemen, from various units with various ranks and various seniority, conspired on this one day to attack you in this fashion. Why?
I don't know. Maybe it's because they wanted Nangi, so they thought that getting me, they will get Nangi.
Talking about,
Because
your friend Nangi, you know that he's a less than salubrious character, right?
that's what I read on the news. I don't know any of.
You didn't know before?
I don't know even now because it's something that I'm reading on the news.
And you haven't made any effort to find out?
I did, but I can't find anything.
I have no further questions.
Thank you.
Honorable Matthys.
Yes, it is indeed. Good afternoon. How are you? I'm the nice one. Very nice. And I'm going to be very quick if we just work together. Let's start off with when you opened, you said that it wasn't just Lieutenant General or our National Commissioner, rather, who was on the gates of prison. It was also Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi. Why? What matters had him on the gates of prison?
Because I've opened cases of the kidnapping, torture, rendition, arson, and defeating the ends of justice,
Okay.
which was opened in February 2024.
At Bedford View.
Yes, at Petrol.
Oh, no. The Bedford View one, I thought it's 2025.
2025, sorry, yes,
Yeah.
2025.
So 2025. So he would be in the or at the gates of prison. Had the matter, from what you know, had the matter been investigated yet, or the cases were just opened and they've gone to IPED? And how do you have any indication, rather, what is the status with IPED?
So far, what I've got from IPED is that they went to Watuguza to collect the copies of the OP entries, the SAP 14, where we were booked
So
on
when did
and
you get
out.
this information?
I think last week from Makakula.
So it's quite early. So
It's late. It's late.
I mean,
because
as in, yeah, it's late.
it's late.
But what I'm saying is for you to say you had just opened those cases in 2025, the media briefing was when? It was
2025, 6 July.
Yeah, and you had just opened the case.
We've opened it February, 4 months
Yeah.
earlier.
And IPED has just started investigating the case. So you don't think it's a bit of a stretch to say that just because you opened the case, that they were going to be successfully prosecuted?
No. We've opened a case, we've provided them with supplementary document, evidence document,
Yeah.
which they were supposed to work on it.
I'm not disputing that. I'm
Yes.
just saying that you don't think by you saying that it is a bit of a stretch that they were already there. Because once a case is opened, and you know, and as you've seen here, both in our ad hoc and the commission cases just lie there dormant for such a long time. So can concede that it might not have been, if that was the case, it might not have been in relation to your case, because they've only started acting on it, and I'm sure it was because you were coming to appear here, or that you had indicated.
I think so.
Yeah, okay. But we will, as a committee, I think my colleague said, follow up with IPED on what were the delays. I mean, these are matters that should be prioritized at IPED, especially when we have high-ranking officers involved. So we'll do that. Now, let's talk about Nangi. Is it Nangi? How long have you known him?
I've known him from 2008, 2009.
So it's quite a long time, and you've been working at the border at the same time.
Yes.
And he does cross-border business.
Yeah, he does.
Okay,
cross.
and then his truckers and stuff stay at your accommodation at the borders.
Yeah, it's only started after, I think, 2018, yes.
So do you think as a law enforcement officer, you should be involved with the business person? Number one, that you don't really know whether he's trafficking children or what it is he's actually trafficking. You actually said you didn't even know that he's known as the kingpin.
No, I said I've
kidnapping
read on the newspaper. Since I've known him, he has never been arrested except for one in 2023, where he was arrested for the extradition request from Mozambique, even though that case was thrown out of court because South African refused to release,
Yeah.
to extradite him to Mozambique.
Okay.
And that even that case, that site was withdrawn.
Okay, but even on that case, I think as a committee, we must also just write, I think it would be the Department of Justice, because it says that the extradition was not granted because it didn't meet the criteria. So we must be able to find out which criteria did it not meet and what did Mozambique want him for as well, because that will speak to that. But outside of that, I just want you to follow me with this as well, because it looks a bit, and you need to clarify the
Okay.
cloud that hangs over there, right? You led a team at a border.
Sorry?
You led a SAPS team at
No, no,
border
no, I
control.
don't lead a team.
What was your role at border control?
I'm just a junior member.
So
The captain
you're-
who's leading the team.
Oh, okay, so you were there at the border control.
Yes.
Then you are involved, or a person comes and you get business from him who does cross-border business, and you don't know anything about him and he stays there. And we also know that here in South Africa, people that are doing illegal activities, criminal activities across the border, they need to capture our criminal justice system.
Yes.
So tell me, how are you sure that you were not captured by this man?
I was not captured because I'm not doing him any favor. Yes.
So nobody's going to come and we're not going to get any evidence of there being
They
any
must bring
engagement,
it on.
because you even had him staying there, while he's
No, no,
driving.
no, he's never been to my house. He's never
Okay,
been.
but you said
Yes.
work to, okay.
Yes.
And you don't know anything whether he does trafficking, cross-border trafficking or anything like that?
No.
No. So tell me, how is it that, and my colleague also touched on it, and yesterday we also struggled with the witness of Mr. Chetty as well. Why you?
I don't know because
It can't
I've-
be that.
No,
It can't just be
I've
that.
stated clearly because even on the 10th of September, when this thing started, the 10th of September, when this KZN guy was kidnapped, I was in Komati Port. My shift was just ended at 18 hours. This guy was kidnapped at 19.
Okay, we're not disputing
No,
that,
no, no.
right?
I'm just taking you through. So he was taken around 7:30.
Okay, so
And
I'm not.
when you go through the
I want
chart-
you answering something that I'm not.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know, Honorable
Okay,
Member.
because
Yes.
this is Mr. Chetty also said for a long time that
Yes,
he
I
didn't
don't
know,
know.
and then later he conceded it was because, and it doesn't mean that it was right or wrong for them to
Yes.
target you, but generally there has to be some smoke somewhere.
No, I don't
For it
know,
to happen.
Honorable Member. I
So-
think they must come and clarify that. I don't know.
So you don't think it has anything to do with this exact kingpin that you had a relationship? Well, I don't know if you want to call it a relationship, but you knew and you had some business arrangements with him. And
I-
that could be the link why they identified you.
I don't know, and I cannot call him a kingpin because he has never
No,
been
but you can't.
charged and sentenced.
But now you're here and you're even
No,
defending him.
I'm
You
not
don't
defending.
know.
I'm not defending. I'm just saying because you are saying maybe it's because of my close relationship with the kingpin.
What they are saying.
Yes. So what I'm saying to you, what I know is that he's not a kingpin. He has never been arrested and charged for that.
Yeah, I know that
Yes.
you said
So
that.
I yes.
But there's a lot of people that haven't been arrested and charged, and they are known. For example, we have a situation here or in the country of Mkhwanazi.
Yes.
Right? Apparently, everybody knows if you go to Tshwane and whatever, they call him, what is it, John Wick?
Yes.
But he's got very few charges, and the last one, he's got a string of cases that have been opened. But
Okay.
it's not, so it's not unusual. This is why we have in this ad hoc, this is why we have this commission. It's not unusual for people that are heading organized crime syndicates and whatever it is to not be arrested for a very, very long time. It's an international thing that happens. So yeah, we agree that he hasn't been charged, etc. But you don't just get a reputation like that if there's no smoke. So I'm just saying that it might be because of that link. Okay.
All right. Thank
So
you,
we can
Honorable
move on.
Member.
But what I do, okay, we've covered that. On the matter of torture, I think also as a committee, we must write to correctional services and request medical records because you
Yes,
said that they went to do that. But I'm sure IPID would also be doing that if they are advancing their case. You also said that there should be a section 205. I don't think it's something necessarily the committee needs to do, but we can ask IPID if that's something that is part of their investigation. I'm sure they're not going to want to provide us too much information that is going to affect the processing and the thing of their cases. Chair, I also just think that also to help us in our deliberations and that it's not just random. You opened a case also against Warrant Officer Dion in 13, you don't have a surname for him, 13.2. So he was one of the drivers, I think.
Warrant officer 13 point?
13.2.
No, he's the one who booked us from lawful
So you didn't
custody.
open anything.
I think he's also listed on the Beaufort View case.
Okay, but you're
Yes.
not sure. But as a committee, we can also write to him to answer. He's been mentioned here, so he must be able to respond. I don't know if the secretariat are taking all these notes, or I must be again later on this evening. I must write the whole list of our follow-ups that we need. So, because that's going to help us get clarity, and then also Lieutenant Colonel, as a Dina Govender. We must also
Yes.
get a statement from him responding to specific questions on matters that you've raised here. And then also as a committee, Mr. Jakob Disan, the one that you said that was involved with the police, we must also write to him and he must give us a statement responding to these, along with any tracking records that he has
Yes.
of the cars that you've mentioned in the statement. Do you have their number plates?
No, I don't have. They were removed.
Okay. I think we've dealt with the issue of the extradition matter. In terms of the torture, etc., on your point 14, we can also write to SAPS to respond to those allegations and how those things worked out, because it can't be that needs to happen. And then just to the last question, you briefly, the Public Protector and the Human Rights Commission, I didn't have time because we only got this annex just now. They didn't even investigate. They just said the matters with the police because
They
they've already
referred
opened
to
the case.
IPID.
Okay, yeah. IPID, which is part of SAPS, but yeah, I'm just saying, so they just said everything because you had already opened a case with
Yes.
them. Okay, no problem. And just to conclude, you know what we have found, or what I have, I think, or not think, but what we have found on both, and I mentioned this also to Mr. Chetty as well, is that what we have seen in our criminal justice system, there's two categories. We have our SAPS and the most senior officials that have weaponized the entire criminal justice system, from SAPS to the NPA to the judiciary, right? It's either for their personal gain, it's for factional battles, it's for promotions. And some of them is because they've been captured by these criminal syndicate heads, and then they have to process it. And then they're not doing work to service this country as they should, because they're more worried about their fights amongst each other. We don't get serviced as a nation. Then the second category is that, and they're all criminals really, but they're there and they're operating. Then we have the second category, which are the actual criminal syndicates. I don't know if we actually have cartels, because some senior officials who should know these things tell us they aren't. Some say that they are. This is the state of the country that we are in, sir. And those for criminal syndicates and cartels to operate, they have to capture the criminal justice system, from your Metro Police, from your SAPS, from your NPA to your judiciary, and it doesn't matter which members, because they can't operate without that being happening. And this is the problem we have in this country. So your case, does it fall into any of those two categories that we have seen, or what you presented to us?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No,
Because
thank
I'm
you.
done. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Chair. Can I just know how much time I took? So it must be noted how efficient the EFF is.
Honorable Matthijs,
How many?
what are you saying?
Oh, I'm asking how many minutes did I take?
15 minutes.
Long live the EFF.
Honorable Cameron,
Chair, if I may ask, after the Honourable Souls, I have one question of clarity that I would like to ask, if it's okay.
Okay, Honorable Salts.
Thank you, Chair.
Mr. Mlotshwa, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Honorable Man.
You know why there is a sense of uncomfortability or tenseness? I'll tell you why that is. Because we are dealing here with a national hero. General Mkhwanazi is a national hero for what he has done in going public and talking about the rot in SEPs. And the country was joyous about that because many people experiences these poor service, no assistance from police on the ground. And so people are very protective over the image of General Mkhwanazi because he's done something that everyone has been waiting for to be done. And that's how we're sitting here today. Now, when you sit there, you are a rare breed because you are now coming and you are alleging that the national hero has holes. So what we must do is ensure that if you're going to say General Mkhwanazi has holes, we must test what you are saying so that we are sure your assertion of holes is not fabricated. So you must help with that.
I will.
You will, because you must understand how the nation feels. Can't touch the national hero. So you must come with what I'm saying. This is my reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. But you must also bear with the nation because it's a very sensitive issue. Now, I don't care about how people feels about me. Not here for claps. So I'm going to take through your affidavit and just deal with what I believe is facts or evidence. There are some questions of clarity first that I want to understand out of your affidavit. Number one is you say when you were tortured, yourself and Nenji, General Mkhwanazi was physically present there. Did you see General Mkhwanazi with your eyes?
Should I answer?
Please.
Yes, he was there. He came with Lieutenant Colonel Dina Govenda, who asked me to tell my co-accused who is this man before us. I then said to Mr. Nangi, this is General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, the Provincial Commissioner of KwaZulu-Natal. He was once an acting National Commissioner of the South African Police, I think somewhere around 2011, 2012.
So
He was there. I saw him, I know him, I interacted with him.
You saw him with your eyes?
With my eyes. I interacted with him, he even poured water in me.
So the reason why you had to say that to Nanji is because Nanji's head was covered, so he couldn't see. Or because the affidavit says he came out with his head, there was a bag over his head.
Yes, there was a bank, but once you are about to pass out, they will release you. He also saw him.
So
He was
also-
wearing a black or navy t-shirt with short and sandals. I think it's Rico Sport, if I'm not mistaken.
That's the one point of clarity that I couldn't make out. I wanted to be sure that you saw him.
Yes, I saw him. I can
Two.
confirm.
There's a mention of a recording of a phone call where the police is threatening or something like that to the wife of, is it Nenji's wife?
Yes, it was me.
Where's the recording?
It's form part of the evidence of the affidavit that is on the case 143. I think if the committee want, they can request it from IPD because IPD has been provided with that
The
record,
actual recording.
with the recording and the transcripts.
Okay, now what makes me, when we look strictly at evidence, what satisfies me about your motive, because we must test your motive. Are you doing this because you are sent here to make General Mkhwanazi look bad? We must test that motive. Now, what satisfies me that that's possibly not the case, I can't say for sure, but what convinces me that it's possibly not the case is, number one, the case you've opened against General Mkhwanazi was February 2025, correct?
That's correct, Honorable Ma'am.
Now, if it was 2025 February, the press conference was done July 2025. If you opened up a case against General Mkhwanazi after July, do you see why that would have made your motive questionable?
Yes, that's true.
But because it was before, it satisfies me that your motive here today is not to make General Mkhwanazi bad, but rather to come and say, this is my experience. The second thing that makes me believe that your motive is not to do so is you did not initially plan to come here.
Yes, that's true.
Explain why ultimately you decided to come.
It was after the testimony of Kat Matlala at Hoshimampuru where our matter was touched. So I just felt that no, I must come before the committee to assist the committee and also clear my name.
So if that did not occur on that day, you would not have been here.
No, I was still gonna make the submission because I thought maybe the committee will call us because General Mkhwanazi has made defamatory statement about me and when he said my house was used for criminal activities. When he said my house was used for criminal activities, it's a defamatory statement because what I know about me is that people, when they come even into my house, they come for help. So there's no criminal activity that has taken place in my house. I was still gonna make submission to come here and present my case.
Yes, but what would have motivated you was the statements made during the course of the hearings.
It was the statement made during the course of the hearing, yes.
And that's my point. So before that, you didn't sit there and say, I'm going to go. What stirred you?
I thought the committee will call me.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm trying to test your motive, you see.
Yes, I thought the committee will call me.
All right. So it was not because you want to come and make the general look bad.
No. It's not about that. It's to come here and place facts before the committee and also the committee to see that the general can change his position depending on where he want to be at that time. So for me, if you can ask me about him, I can say someone who you cannot trust because he will change as soon as he want to change, as soon as he want to change. Because based on the two videos that I've presented before this committee, you can see that he made two public statements, but those statements are contradicting to each other.
Yes, so I'm going to spend the next 20 minutes of my time just properly putting on record what is factual that you have supporting documents for. I'm not a forensic investigator. We will then have the record used for them to go test and verify everything that you have. I'm going to assist in that way.
Whatever that I've said here in my affidavit, it's supported with SAPS official documents.
Yes, I see
SAP
it.
13 OP sworn statement. So everything that I've said.
Mr. Mlotshwa, what I'm trying to tell you is, I see it. Everything I do is based on evidence, not personality.
Yes.
I don't know you. We've never met.
Yes.
For me, is what I see in front of me. But South Africa doesn't see what I see.
No, I don't care about South Africa.
No, you must care.
Why?
The reason why is because if you don't care, you will not, South Africa won't know for the record what you've experienced.
Okay, apology. Do
you understand?
Yes.
So my job is to now place your evidence on record. That's all I have to do. So now we're going to go step by step, right?
Yes.
What your evidence shows overwhelmingly is that it seems that there are instances where SAPS builds cases on believable scenarios rather than evidence.
That's true, Honorable Member. Because if we can just read the affidavit that I've provided, the OP entry the OP entry that was made by Warrant Officer Malaza, where I was handed over to the KZN DPCI tracking team, and you check the court recordings where they said I was arrested in Komati Port near the port of entry, but there's no record of me in Komati Port. It shows that they do fabricate cases to push certain narratives.
Right, so let's test that assertion. Phase 1. On the 9th of September 2024, Zechariah Desai is kidnapped outside.
On the 10, Honorable Man. Yes, Honorable Man.
Records show the 9th, so.
Sorry, it was an error, it's on the 10th.
So the 10th of September 2024, Zechariah Desai is kidnapped outside the mosque in KZN.
Yes, they say so.
Now, if it's in KZN, this is now a high-profile matter, so the media goes for it. And the face that must take responsibility for solving it is General Mkhwanazi.
Yes.
So now media goes and it becomes a big story. So now it's going to be followed. October goes by. November, police fails to locate Desai. Now pressure is mounting from the community and the Desai family. Now they need to find someone. This is just theory. It must be tested. I'll be testing your assertion. Now they need to find someone to make it believable, is what you are saying. Now you have Nanji. He was arrested in January 2023 on an Interpol warrant as a Mozambican kidnapping kingpin. So that image will stick. It will be believable if you pin the kidnapping of Zechariah Desai on Nanji, it's going to be believable. So and remember, this is theoretical.
Yes.
Must be tested. So he's taken Say, this will make it believable because there's already a 2023 Interpol issue on kidnapping cross-border. But now it has to stick. Who are they going to then use to build this evidence against Nenji? They must get you.
That's true.
You are not just a person, you are also a police officer. So now it will look like Nenji had an inside link inside the police. So they're banking on the fact that if they torture Nenji and they torture you, you are going to be the one that says, it's Nenji that kidnapped Desai. Hopefully, when you do that, it now goes out in the news. The kidnappers has been arrested and caught. These are the, because now already when you appear in court, it's all over the news. Correct?
Correct, Honorable Ma'am.
Phase 2, you get to be tortured. Your house is announced as having had evidence, but now they can't find anything because the community burned it.
True.
So now building this narrative. That's on 20 November 2024. 9 December, the torture starts.
It continued. It started on the 29th of November when I arrived at Steng.
So you've
It
been
continued.
tortured from November.
Yes, it continued.
What is the key of the torture? What must come out of it?
The torture, I must say, Nangi is the one who has kidnapped the Indian, the business person of Steng.
Now you refuse. You don't say so. Now the plan is not working. They have nothing on Nenji now because you don't even want a 500,000.
Yes, Honorable Ma'am.
Allegedly, because I wasn't there. I don't know if it was true.
No, it's true.
It's your version. So you refuse. You don't want 500,000. You don't want to say Nenji is in kidnapping. January 22nd. Now this is now facts.
Yes,
On the 22nd of January, the National Prosecuting Authority withdraws the case against you.
yes, that's true, Honorable Ma'am.
In other words, what we have now factually is that the NPA is saying police got the wrong people.
That's true, Honorable Ma'am.
Now there's no case no longer against you. You are no longer the kidnappers. But Zechariah Desai is still kidnapped.
That's
And then February 2025, you then go and you open up a case yourself and Nenji.
yes,
After your case is withdrawn,
yes,
you open up a case against General Mkhwanazi and others. These are
That's-
all verifiable stuff on record.
that's true.
And then in February, after you guys are now out of the picture, Desai is released by his kidnappers,
That's true.
but there's no arrests made.
I don't know.
That's what the reports are saying.
Yes,
So Desai gets released by his kidnappers. The police has not made any arrest. And you, the case against you is withdrawn. That's a public official admission. They were wrong about you.
that's true, Honorable Ma'am.
Then now, the 6th of July happens. We are sitting here now because we are investigating based on that press conference. Then there's testimony during that time. And we hear that the pressure is now mounting more and the request is made for you to withdraw the case you made in February.
That's true, Honorable Ma'am.
Why do you think you are asked through, again, that's an allegation. It is Ket Matlala
Yes,
alleging that General Mkhwanazi has sent him to Nenji to offer 5 million to withdraw the case. And if he succeeds in withdrawing the case, he will keep his contract.
Yes, and then that case, the attempted murder case, they will withdraw it.
And based on that allegation is where you are now linked to this whole thing, because you and Nenji refuse to withdraw the case.
Yes, because we are not interested in money, we are interested in justice.
You say you had to go for psychological therapy, etc. Is this because of the torture?
Yes, it's because of the torture.
Now, your testimony makes it plausible to believe the allegation that at times high-profile cases is based on believability rather than evidence. And innocent people are being used to frame a narrative in the public domain of a case being solved, yet innocent people are tortured, are hurt, whilst the real kidnappers, to date, the real kidnappers of Zechariah Desai is still not arrested.
That's true.
You're going to have my last few minutes. I want you to be very honest. You a police officer. You a cop. You understand national duty. What do you want to say to your fellow colleagues? And specifically based on your experience, what do you want to say to General Mkhwanazi?
I think at this point of time, I've got nothing to say to the colleagues. To General Mkhwanazi, when he comes here, he must come with evidence that my house was indeed used for criminal activities. That's number one. He must provide this on this committee with proof and list of cases that was happening at my house. Two, he must come with the proof that the kidnapped victim was kept at my house. Because on the other hand, he says that they couldn't get evidence. The house was burned before. So he must just come here and say it. What is those allegations based on? I'm not gonna be like him, rushing to court for the defamatory statement, because I'm coming from the school of thought that says that who allege must prove. I'll be happy if the general will come before this committee with all the list of the criminal activities that were taking place at my house. Thank you.
Mr. Mlotshwa, I must say to you, and I must say to South Africa, that you are one of the first people who made allegations, who made claims, and you brought evidence. And all my colleagues here have sight of what I have sight of. Everything you have said, except for
SHM09, that is with iPad.
that's one, but also except for the torture, we can't say for sure that's how it happened, if we are honest. But everything else that you have said is here.
Thank you.
So I want to thank you, because we've had senior generals made allegations and did not produce evidence. You produced evidence for everything that you have said, and for that I want to say Thank you and all the best.
Thank you, Honorable Man.
Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you so much, Honorable Sons and Mr. Mlotshwa, Honorable Cameron.
Thank you, Chair. I quickly followed up with border policing. They say that you've been booking off sick to avoid facing departmental cases, hence the suspension of the salary. If that is the case, so I mean, you've traveled here now, so then surely to have it reinstated, and by the sounds of things, you've got evidence to prove your case. Wouldn't you go back in order for them to then reinstate it and get back to business? Yeah, that's just a question of clarity. Thanks, Chair.
Can I answer, Chair?
Yes, you can answer.
Okay. As I've said earlier, I was assaulted. So the first thing when I got out, I had to book sick to attend to the injuries. Secondly, I had to attend psychiatrist because I was tortured there. Thirdly, I'm not running away for any disciplinary hearing. I've seen these charges. One of the charges, they say that I facilitated the movement of the Indian from South Africa to Maputo. The question that I will pose to you is, where was Zachariah Desai found? Was he found in Maputo or in South Africa? The second charge there, they say that I've made a ransom call through the border. But me, the extortion case that I was charged for, they said the ransom call was made in Durban. So I'll wait for them to come and prove which number that I've used to make that call at the border, because they said I've made the call through the border. And then the third one, they said I've kept an Indian at my house. They raided my house. They didn't find anything. I'll face those charges if they are there. I'm not running away from anything. I had to deal with my mental health issues first before I can go back to work. Thank you.
So I've got one more question for clarity. You said a lot of things now. My question remains, if you're not running away, why don't you just go to the disciplinary? You answered everything except my question.
I was still on sick leave.
Okay, but you're not on sick leave anymore. Why don't you just go and face it?
They are not paying me. I'll go the day they pay me.
But then sorry, but that's not constructive. That's not how it works for any police member.
How it's work? Because they are paying me even when I'm on leave, when I'm on sick. The moment I book on sick, it means I'm back at work. The moment I made that entry on the OP, it means I'm at work.
Chair, I'm not going to debate it.
All right, thank you.
The point is we need to be constructive. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Ma'am.
Honorable Skhosana.
Thank you, Chair. I just wanted to make clarity because Honorable Saul said that he's the first person who ever gave us evidence. Let's put that matter into perspective. What we have here is an information which we are given by Mr. Mlotshwa, like anybody else. We are still going to test the veracity of everything which we were given. Maybe, hence I was saying earlier, when I was having Mr. Mlotshwa, that there's evidence as well, which I was reading here. And as I'm saying, all this information which we are given here is not yet an evidence which we can say we are going to judge people on that. We are having an information, we're still going to deliberate all this information we were given by every witness who came before us. So I think it will be misleading to say, because we have this, no one has ever give us this. Thank you, Chair.
Let's not debate.
No, it's not debate, Chair, but I've got to also state for the record the clarity on what Honorable Skhosana is saying I've made, because that's my name. So we must be very clear, number one,
That is what I was saying to Honorable Skosana, that what he's doing now,
yes.
he is debating the matter. I was not preempting what you were going to say.
My apologies, Chairperson. Will you allow me?
No, I must allow you.
Thank you, Chairperson. Honorable Skosana, verbatim, I said he is one of the only ones that brought evidence. And when I speak of evidence, I mean, when he says a man was kidnapped, you can go on record, we will see there's evidence the man was kidnapped. When he says he opened a case in February 2025, there is a case number for February 2025. That's evidence. You can go to that record. When he says it was withdrawn, it's evidence. You can go back. It's evidence there that the NPA has withdrawn the case. So that's what I mean by evidence. And also, I did not say that a decision is made. I very clearly said all of this must be tested. That's what I said. But we have physical substantiation for every claim that was made. That's the point.
Thank you. Chair, I think he made it clear whilst we are writing. Hence, I said there was evidence given by BMA, if that's evidence. I have evidence which were given by the police in KZN, Watuza. But I can't say that, therefore, this is the truth, this is Alpha and Omega. No. Thank you, Chair. Hence, even the witness said it was fabricated, he done that under duress. So we'll test all those things, Chair. Thank you.
The reason why I'm saying that don't debate this matter, Honorable Skosana, is that Honorable Sol says in the file that we have before us, there is evidence. He is not making a judgment on that evidence to say this is admissible or inadmissible evidence. He says, we have gone through the file. You have provided us evidence. And you are also right. Any other witness who would have come before us, they provide evidence. Whether that evidence is admissible or inadmissible is not what Honorable Sols is saying. He says, Mr. Mlotshwa, you have given us evidence. Can we leave it at that?
Let's leave it at that, Chair, because even
in your own meetings, as the committee, when the evidence leaders, remember we have agreed that are going to present what we call an overview of evidence presented by the witnesses. That is where each one of you will have a take and say, we have received this evidence, we have studied it, this is my take on it. But if you want to start debating it now, we may create a very wrong impression to the public that it's like we're conflicted. Thank you so much. It's now 13:35. Mr. Mlotshwa, we have come to the end of our interaction. Let me check with Advocate Mkhize if you have.
Thank you, Chair. I have no further questions.
Thank you so much. Mr. Mlotshwa, what is your parting shot?
Sorry, Chair?
What is your parting shot?
No, don't have anything to say.
Okay. Thank you so much for making yourself available to come and share what you have with us. And I also want to thank you for staying until this moment when the chairperson has to release you from your oath. You are now released. You are no longer under oath. You can walk freely around
Thank you.
the premises of Parliament. We have come to the end of our engagements with you.
Thank you, Chair.
Yeah, we are going to take a break, honorable members.